I know we're not supposed to spoil picks. We'll see how the Commanders decide to move forward with the number 2 overall selection. But a little over a few weeks out, to me, I think the signs continue to point to Jayden Daniels being the second overall pick at number 2. Seems like he's popular in the scouting community. Seems like he would bring a lot of the attributes that the Commanders would like. I think Jayden Daniels would have a high level of interest in the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Las Vegas Raiders would have a high level of interest in Jayden Daniels. But there's one problem. The Commanders have the second pick. And I think Jayden Daniels is going to be somebody that really appeals to them, as he would a lot of teams, as talented as he is. And it's hard for me today to see Jayden Daniels sliding much past pick number 2.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and y'all just seen and heard Adam Schefter saying that he thinks Jayden Daniels will be the second overall pick to the Washington Commanders. Now, that right there is very, very interesting. That is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. But before we do, make sure y'all leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. On the road to 4K subs, so if you could hit that sub button, I really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so Adam Schefter is saying Jayden Daniels will be the second overall pick to the Commanders. That right there is very interesting. Obviously, as we know, the Commanders were 100% or we're 90, I'm 99% sure, 99.9% sure that we're going to be going with quarterback at number 2 overall. We just don't know which quarterback. You know, it could be Drake May, Jayden Daniels, maybe even J.J. McCarthy, but right now it's probably either going to be Drake May or Jayden Daniels. I don't care who we pick at 2 between Jayden Daniels and Drake May. I don't want J.J. McCarthy at 2, and I don't think we're going to take J.J. McCarthy at 2. He's cool, J.J. McCarthy, he's not bad. I just think he's a bit mid, and his ceiling compared to Jayden Daniels and Drake May's ceilings is really low. Like, his ceiling compared to those two ceilings, very, very low. So, Jayden Daniels, Drake May, it got to be the pick there. One of them, we got to pick one of them there. And I wouldn't mind Jayden Daniels, like I said, and I've been saying in multiple of my videos so far this offseason, I prefer Drake May over Jayden Daniels, but I don't care who we take at 2 between the two. Jayden Daniels, obviously very athletic. He's like a better Jalen Hurts. And shout out to Street Scores of Rico. Make sure to check out his channel because his comp to Jayden Daniels was Jalen Hurts, and I feel like that's a perfect comp. He's literally a better Jalen Hurts coming out of college. You can even compare him to Randall Cunningham. I don't like the Lamar Jackson comps. I don't think we'll ever see another Lamar Jackson. I mean, you could say there's some similarities between him and Jayden Daniels' game. I mean, I just don't see it personally. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's just a different type of breed. But I feel like the best comps for Jayden Daniels are Jalen Hurts and Randall Cunningham for sure. I see, his game in both of them respectively. So, Jayden Daniels, he threw 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this past season, was the best quarterback in the country, even over, Caleb Williams for sure. You can argue that he has the best deep ball in this draft. I feel like Drake May, his deep ball at the Pro Day was very impressive, and you see it in games. His deep ball is very impressive. I feel like he has the better deep ball, but I would honestly put Jayden Daniels at number 2 and then Caleb Williams at number 3. But the top 3, Jayden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams, they got some really good deep balls. They really do. And then Michael Penix, I'll probably put at 4th. His deep ball is very good. Some experts, analysts even argue that Michael Penix has the best deep ball in the draft. But I feel like Drake May has it, and then I put Jayden Daniels at 2. Jayden Daniels at 2. Caleb Williams at 3, and then Michael Penix Jr. at 4. Speaking of Michael Penix, we actually visited him, I'm pretty sure, on a top 30 visit a couple of days ago, and I'll be coming out with an updated top 30 visit list tomorrow, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But he's been getting a lot of hype lately. I mean, experts like Ian Rappaport and Field Yates have been saying that he might go round 1 now with all this hype he's been getting now. I don't think he will go round 1. He'll probably go round 2. Maybe round 2, but 3. Maybe round 3, but probably round 2. I feel like he's getting the same hype as, Will Levis got last year, and he ended up falling to round 2. Same with Hendon Hooker. You also have guys like Malik Willis, who, a lot of guys were saying he could have gone in the top 5 to the Lions back in 2022, the 2022 NFL Draft. They won Aiden Hutchinson instead. So I feel like, he's just receiving the same hype as, prior quarterback prospects receive. So I don't think he'll go in the first round. I mean, maybe a team like the Patriots decide to trade back into the first round for him. Maybe take Marvin Harrison Jr. at 3 and then trade back up into the first round for him. Or maybe a team like the Raiders or Broncos will take him. We'll see. But back on track to Jayden Daniels. I mean, Adam Schefter, he's very plugged in. And, during the head coaching process, when we were trying to find our new head coach, we obviously ended up hiring Dan Quinn. But Adam Schefter, he was really the one that really predicted it when everybody was saying, oh, Ben Johnson to the Commanders, the Lions offensive coordinator. Even I was like, this is for sure going to happen. It's inevitable. It didn't end up happening. Ben Johnson decided, he literally midair as Adam Peter and the whole front office owners were midair on their way to see Ben Johnson, on their way to interview him, and Aaron Glenn, which we did interview Aaron Glenn, but Ben Johnson literally let him know midair that he's gonna stay with the Lions, which is absolutely crazy. I never expected that. Like, when that news broke, I was pretty shocked, not gonna lie. I really was. I guess he wants to stay back with Detroit for another year or so, to, I guess, get a ring or maybe go to the Super Bowl or chase, great success in, getting a Super Bowl ring. I guess he has unfinished business over there in Detroit. But Adam Schefter, he said the decision was not unanimous with Ben Johnson. He said there was other guys like Aaron Glenn, Raheem Morris, Dan Quinn, and it ended up being Dan Quinn. So, hey man, Adam Schefter, he is very plugged into the Washington organization now. Obviously, Adam Peters and the front office and the other front office guys, they've been keeping their mouths shut. They don't want anyone in onto the quarterback process of who they are going to take at number 2 overall. And I love it. We have no idea who we're going to take at number 2 overall, and we won't until, draft night once Roger Goodell announces the pick. So, Adam Schefter, he may know something, but I think he's going based on of what he's heard, like at the league meetings, the combine, throughout free agency. So I feel like he's going based off that. Maybe he has someone, telling him in his ear, up there in the Washington organization, around the Washington organization, telling him Jayden Daniels probably will be the pick at number 2 overall. We'll see, but I wouldn't make too much out of this right now. I feel like it's still up in the air. But like I said, if it is Jayden Daniels, I would not mind at all. I'd get on board for that for sure. And if it's Drake May, like I said, I love Drake May. I honestly prefer him over Jayden Daniels, but I still love Jayden Daniels as well. So overall, I feel like there's nothing too much to make up this report, like I said, and it's still up in the air for which quarterback we're going to take at number 2 overall. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the 4K subs, like I said, so if you could, hit that sub button. I really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.